Okay, so I'm going to do 5 and 6, and then you can try 7 and 8 by yourself. So 5 says Gabriel is 16 years older than Sam. In 4 years, Gabriel will be twice as old as Sam. What are their ages now? So the two things that you don't know in number 5 are how old Gabriel is and how old Sam is. So let's let X equal Gabriel's age. And you can let Y equal Sam's age. So if you know this, then when you get your unknowns, then put your unknowns into the sentences is what you're doing. So when it says Gabriel is, so Gabriel, we're going to say that's age. His age is 16 years older than Sam. So if it's 16 years older, then if you knew Sam's age, you would add 16 to that. Okay, so that's your first equation that you would know. So x equals y plus 16 because that says Gabriel's age is 16 years older than Sam's age. Okay, and then it says in 4 years. So since we're talking about an age, in 4 years that would be a plus 4. In 4 years, Gabriel is twice as old as Sam. So in 4 years, Gabriel's age would be twice as old as Sam. So Gabriel is at X, twice as old as Sam. Sam would be Y, and twice as old means I would times by 2. So in 4 years, Gabriel will be twice as old as Sam. So Gabriel's age in 4 years will be twice as old as Sam. So if twice as old as Sam is 2y, if I add 4 years to his current age, let's see if that works. In 4 years, so Gabriel is X now, in 4 years his age will be twice as old as Sam. So that would allow you to say, okay, Gabriel's age plus 4 years from now would be twice as old as Sam's age now. Okay, so that would be your two inequalities, and then you could use substitution or elimination with those. Okay, now let's look at number 6. Let me go ahead and duplicate this page. Okay, let me erase this. Okay, so let's look at number 6. Chris can row a boat a distance of 20 miles in 2.5 hours when he is rowing with the current. It takes him 3 hours to row the same distance when he is rowing against the current. What is the rate of the current? So one thing that you don't know is you don't know how quickly both of them are going. You don't know how fast Chris is rowing, and you don't know how fast the current is. So let's just let, those are the two things you don't know. So we're going to let X equal Chris's rate and Y equal the river current rate. So he can row a boat a distance of 20 miles in 2.5 hours when he is rowing with the current. Okay. So what that says is, you know the equation that distance equals r times the time. So if you wanted the distance that you can travel, you would find the rate that you're traveling and then the time that you travel in. So there's two scenarios here. There's a scenario of him going with the current and then against the current. So he can travel a distance of 20 miles. So his distance for one trip would be 20 miles. in 2.5 hours when he is rowing with the current. So the distance equals rate times time is just something you need to memorize. The distance would be 20. His rate would be his rate plus the current's rate, which would be y. So x plus y would be how fast he's going, the rate. Okay. And then the time it takes him is 2.5 hours. So his rate plus the current's rate times the amount of time that it takes him would equal 20 miles, because that's how far he can travel. So this is with current. And this is going to be without current. So you might want to pause the video and try that by yourself. You're going to use distance equals r times time, and then you're going to use against the current. Okay, so now you're going to do the same distance. He travels the same 20 miles. It takes him 3 hours to row the same distance when he is rowing against the current. So if he's going against the current, his distance is still 20. His rate is going to be his rate, but you have to subtract the current rate, the river's current rate, because that would be working against him, and then it would take him 3 hours to do that. So given these two equations, you could then find x and y by using either elimination or substitution. There's a little manipulation that needs to be done here, distributing and things like that. But then you should be able to get the answer. So let me know if that helps you with 5 and 6, and then see what you can do with 7 and 8.